This is going to be the first of 3 videos to explain how to measure and draw angles in degrees and radians. The first thing we're going to talk about is how to convert from degrees to radians. What is a radian exactly? Well, radian is just another way to measure an angle. It's another unit of measure for an angle. Like feet and meters or inches and centimeters, radian is just another unit of measure for angles. So what we're going to talk about first is how to convert from degrees to radians. To go from degrees to radians, you multiply by pi over 180. To go the other way, from radians to degrees, you multiply by 180 over pi. But here's something you need to remember. Do not put pi in the calculator. We don't want to use pi as a number in our calculations. We want it to be in our final answer. Radians have to have pi in their final answer. So don't put pi in the calculator, use 1 instead. Okay? So let's do a couple of examples to see how we convert from degrees to radians and radians to degrees. Alright, convert to radians. Multiply by pi over 180. So 60 degrees. We're going to multiply by pi over 180. But remember, in our calculator, we're going to do 60 times 1 over 180. Okay? When you hit enter, you're going to get 1/3. Your calculator is going to give you 1/3. You're going to put pi in the numerator with the 1, so your answer is going to be 1 pi over 3, or just pi over 3. All right, let's try another one. Negative 435 degrees. We want to convert to radians, so we're going to multiply by pi over 180. And when you do that, your calculator is going to give you negative 29 over 12, and you're going to put the pi in the numerator with the negative 29, because radians have to have pi in the final answer. Okay? That's how you know it's a radian. It has pi in it. Now let's go the other way. Let's convert radians to degrees. Convert to degrees. How do we do that? We multiply by 180 over pi. So first example, 7 pi over 6. All right? We're going from radians to degrees, so we multiply by 180 over pi. What do you notice? If you notice, both numbers have a pi. This one has a pi in the numerator. This one has a pi in the denominator. So what happens to my pi's? That's right. They cancel out. So I'm left with 7 over 6 times 180, and that's what I put in my calculator. 7 over 6 times 180. You hit enter, you should get 210 degrees. All right, one more example. Let's convert negative 35 pi over 9 to degrees. So we're going to multiply by 180 over pi. Again, notice I have a pi in the numerator, a pi in the denominator. They're going to divide out. So what I'm going to put in my calculator is negative 35 over 9 times 180. Okay, when I put that in my calculator, I should get negative 700 degrees. All right, so that's how you convert from degrees to radians or radians to degrees.